We'll make a little bit of time to reflect. What's your overall feeling about the game?
Disappointed with what. This isn't criticism. It's just we need to compete more for all of the stuff that gets flung at you in League Two. We had spoke about it last week and saying, look, I can't help that. Like today, there's going to be a lot of stuff put on top of you. You have to win the headers and the knockdowns and then win the right to play. I think the first half we did that anywhere near enough. Then we have to show, and I'm saying the we's here before anybody starts all that nonsense. We have to show that bravery to want to play. So that means taking the ball under pressure at some stages and being clever then. And imaginative and to try and play, because I think when we did, we opened them up and created some good situations, and I think we came out the second half and we did a little bit more, but I still don't think that we did it enough in terms of the physical side of it, the competing side of it, but we did enough to get back in the game, and then to lose the goal from a free kick. I mean, there's a lot of free kicks, and then you know what's going to happen, because that's their way of getting in your 18-yard box. There's not going to be any, and that's not all respect to Steve, there's not going to be any clever play. It's going to be winning free kicks and long throws and putting you under pressure in 18-yard box, which is fine because it's gotten the result today. But what you've got to be able to do is you've got to win that first header. You just have to win the first header, find a way of winning it, and then deal with the second phase as it goes across your goal. You've got to stay with your man and you've got to be first. So I think that was the story of the game today. We weren't first enough. We didn't fight, if you like, hard enough. Which, I mean, when I don't know, maybe we're quite young, you know. Maybe this is the learning stage for a few of them. And we'll need to learn fast. What I will say is, I thought the crowd were fantastic, and I'm not just saying that. I thought yous were great, and the ones that are watching it, I appreciate today, because there was at times, I understand that we were frustrating at times, and we should have been physically stronger at times. But you never got on their backs, and I think that you understood that what we're trying to do. And I appreciate that. We will need to do more. We need to do better. It's only the first game, but it'll be a steep learning curve for a lot of us. But we will go in on Monday and we will work on that. There's no doubt they'll be made aware of that themselves by the game that they've just played in. That you've got to be able to do that. You must be able to fight to find the way of playing, and then be brave and play. We'll never have a go at you for trying to go on the ball and play. That takes a bit of football bravery. And then the other side of it, you have to be first. I can't help that. I can't help that the keeper's going to kick it and you have to be first to the headers and then you have to win the knocks. I can't help that. That's just something that you have to do in the types of games, and we didn't do that anywhere near enough today. We were aware of it before the game because we spoke about it. We knew that it was going to be that type of game, but the types of players that Stevenage have, we knew that it was going to be physical and we would have to be in the battle. And I just think in big parts of the game we will, and that made it very difficult for ourselves.
As you say, they had a lot of opportunities early in the first half, and you were on the back foot, but there's a possible red card for Elliot List for his challenge on Robinson, and then hint of a handball even in the goal that went in the first half.
Well, I think that it is a handball for the goal, but I also think we have to deal with it better. So there's that side of it as well, and there was a lot of free kicks that in the game that you think, was it really a free kick, and then they get the opportunity to make you defend then, which they did. They were good at that, so you have to accept that and deal with that. In terms of the red card, I don't know. Listen, I don't want to see players getting sent off. That's not we're better than that. We're Tranmere. We're better than that. We're better people than that. We'll try and win the game our way. but certainly it was low in competitiveness today, which is disappointing. We will speak to them. We spoke to them there, we spoke to them last week, we'll speak to them again next week, and they will know from what they've learned from today's game that it's a bare minimum. You've got to win your individual battles, and you've got to just be dogged and determined and find that way of playing. But maybe that's the steep learning curve that a lot of them are going to be on now.
We reacted to the first half team talk and came out quite positively and got the equaliser, and it wasn't actually an easy finish from Kane Hemmings in the end. It was a really good goal.
Yeah, it was a good goal, and we did come out and reacted well, better, got ourselves back in the game, and then the game just died. I think the game just died. It was difficult then for both teams really to find a way. I mean, they were always going to be dangerous. Anytime they get a free kick or a long throw coming in your box, they were going to make you defend and ask the physical question of you. But to lose a goal the way that we did is disappointing. But like you said, I think my goalkeeper's made a lot of saves, too many. He's made too many saves, which he's a very, very good goalkeeper and he's very capable of doing. But we can't rely on him to have to do that all the time. We have to be more aggressive and defend better than that as a unit, in order to keep him as unemployed, if you like, as possible. So no, it was disappointing, but lots to work on. That's what we knew that the job was this season. We go back over the weekend now, we'll have a look at it, and it'll be back in next week, and we'll keep trying to push the group along, because that's my job to try and do that. It's not to show my disappointment or my frustration, although I have. It's about helping these players to try and be the best that they can be.
And you mentioned about the physicality of this division, and it's not the only time you'll come up against that this season, of course. So, hence the arrival of people like Turnbull. You've got Byrne there. I know Tom Davies is out injured and all, but they've got that already. They know what it's all about. It's a bit of a learning curve for some of the others.
Yeah, obviously we've got Turnbull in the building and Davies who understand that side of things. But what it was about was today's players, because they're all here to improve and play better and hopefully move forward with their careers. So we can only speak about them. But we do know that we've got players that are capable of coming back in. We've lost Kieran now, and obviously if other players that we need to get fit. Unfortunately, the players that have turned up are not match fit yet. So we're going to have to try and microwave that and get them back as quick as possible. But the important thing is that the lads that are in at the minute see that as an opportunity and try and move forward with a great club and show us what they're capable of. Because, like this is a fantastic football club, and if you fight and scrap for these and do well for these, there's no better place to play football. And
as you say, I think the fans recognise the type of game you were trying to play, and Josh Dacre's probably got a couple of good positions second half when he did get the ball down and got the crosses in. So the seeds are there, aren't they?
I think crowd are fabulous, and I mean that. And of course there'll always be criticisms and things. That's the way that the football goes. But I would have to say that I thought they were very good. Yes, I thought that we showed in moments what we would maybe be capable of, well, we would definitely be capable of, but we have to do it for longer. And then the other side of things, when it's not gone our way, you just have to dig in and find a way and be aggressive and all the kind of qualities that, because they're qualities that you'll need to have if you're going to be successful. So big learning curve, lot of thinking and talking and work needing to be done, and we'll start that right away. We've started it right now, but with the players we'll see them again on Monday, and we'll crack on with that.